Good afternoon, everybody on the West Coast. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and everybody else in between this big, beautiful country of ours. How the hell you doing? What do you know? What do you say? What's up? What's happening? It's Thursday, and Putin did it. He invaded Ukraine, and they're duking it out, and everybody's sitting on the sidelines watching. Which pisses me off a little bit. It's insane. It's insane. And he gives this big warning. Don't anybody else interfere or you're going to really, get your comeuppance. Well, what's he threatening? Nuclear war? Is that what he's threatening? Do you think he's gone mad? I do. See, here's the thing. I've been saying it for years, not past couple years. COVID, man, it doesn't just affect the lungs. It inflames the blood vessels, and you got blood vessels in your brain. And that's what I'm serious. They're ever since the pandemic. I don't think it's just the pandemic. I think it's the illness and the virus itself that's screwing with you're emotionally getting screwed over. It's really tiring to have to deal with it, but under normal circumstances, when you have something that's terrible that's going on, you deal with it. You don't do all kind of crazy shit. That's my belief. Is all these crazy actions and reactions, I think they're all attributed to this. I think they're all intertwined. Because this is just insane. I mean, yeah, they said way back in 2008, he wanted, everything, ever since the wall fell and Russia collapsed and all these people broke off from the Soviet Union. He wants to get it all back, but it's a hell of a time to start this shit, you know what I mean? I mean, what happened in the old days, real, I'm talking about like old days. Like in the United States, the Louisiana Purchase. When they used to buy areas, why don't they give Ukraine a bunch of money? Say, hey, you know what? How about this? Let us buy you. See, here's the problem with that, is democracy. And I can't believe some of the people in the United States, well, geez, Russians never did anything to me. Well, yes, they did. You forget. Ever since World War II, Russia's been sticking it to the United States. Vietnam, Korea. Where do you think Korea and Vietnam got their weapons from? China and Russia. AK-47 was made famous. Russian weapon, automatic weapon, for Vietnam. Nobody ever heard of an AK-47 before then. AK-47, what? What's an AK-47? Well, you're going to find out. And I'll tell you what, once you hear it being fired, you never forget that sound. You know right away what it is. You ask anybody in the military. I'm that. The thing that killed me too here in the United States, all the major networks, ABC, NBC, CBS, they're just carrying on with their regular shows like nothing's going on. It's like, if it doesn't concern us, like 9/11 did, or, I mean, even, I mean, it's nuts. I think they even broke away for commercials whenever, January 6th happened. What's going on with that? Where are these people? What are they doing? Coming up on March, still ain't no public hearings yet. Trump's still walking around spreading his bullshit. There's got to be. Where is this country at? Where is this country at? Okay, freedom of speech, but hey, you can talk all you want, but man, don't be like a sympathizer. I think that's where freedom of speech should end. You can say anything you want about your own country and everything else like that, but geez, don't go rooting for the enemy. Fox News needs shut down, like yesterday. I even put a post on here. Can't wait till the Russian money dries up. And that's what all those people are worried about. They're panicking. I wonder how fast the Republicans are going to change their tune when the Russian money dries out. It's beyond me. It's beyond my comprehension. I'm sorry. I'm not a freaking genius, but I know one thing. People should be you shouldn't be sitting on the sidelines. Sanctions, here's the thing too. All these countries are joining together. They said even China is going to be has done sanctions against the Soviet Union. Now here's the problem. China said they placed sanctions. But you can bet your ass that China's probably funneling money to the Soviet Union. And how many people in the United States or anywhere in the world knows what China does with its money? They don't know. They got their own economic system and banks and everything else over there. Now, they trade with the World Bank and everything else, but they can set up a pipeline going right to Russia and feed them all the money that Russians need. So I don't know how good sanctions are going to be. I'm telling you, Russia's dangling this shiny thing, Ukraine, in front of everybody, and meanwhile, China's going in through the back door and trying to take Taiwan. I know they worked this out. Putin and Xi worked that out. So, everything they can do to destabilize the free world. The reason I'm looking up every once in a while, I got the news on, but there was a good saying. One of those people on the news said, it's going to be easy for Russia to take Ukraine, but it's going to be really, really, really hard to keep it. So, I still don't think with NATO and the United States, I still don't think this is the way to go. Sitting on the sidelines. Do you think Putin would risk nuclear warfare? I don't know. One way to find out. He gonna launch stuff against the United States? I mean, this is some serious stuff, but you can't be. That's terrorism. He's a terrorist. I go scratching my eye again, huh? I do that every time. I don't know what the hell to deal with. Drives me crazy. No. Okay, let's do some Twitter news here, folks. This is funny as hell. It's oh God, it's. Ooh, hate that. Nathalie Jacoby says, "Wow, Trump said that this war in Ukraine all happened because the 2020 U.S. election was rigged." What are your thoughts on? Pick this guy. Pick him up. My God, pick him up. The FBI has enough charges to hold him and keep him in jail until they get all the other shit together. And then, this is crazy. The two prosecutors in New York that resigned, you know why they resigned? Because this frickin' whoever the hell this guy is, Attorney General, whoever it is, decides he might not press criminal charges against Trump. So they quit. I wonder how much money that guy got. That is absolutely insane. So, something from NBC News here. NBCnews.com, 36 minutes ago. Russian disinformation propaganda ramp up as conflict in Ukraine grows. Yeah, we're going to have to deal with that too. Trump's the biggest one. Here's another one, Nathalie. A simple yes or no to prove a point. Was Hillary Clinton right? She sure was. Jody says, and shame on all who helped Trump defeat Hillary in 2016 election, from those who voted Trump to those who voted third party and those who didn't vote at all. There you go. Okay, Unmitigated Beast says, MSN says, Saudi Arabia is siding with Russia. Time for sanctions, Regina says. See, this is going to be like down all the way down the middle. The Patience of Job says, this is response to some things on here. We've been worried about real shit. You and your family owned by Putin. Pukin. Yeah, that's there. We got a new name for him. Pukin. Trump says, I have nothing to do with Russia. No deals, no loans, no nothing. This other Trump, he says, Russia make up a pretty one of them, disproportionate. Jesus Christ. I'm telling you, Jesus, man. Pretty disproportionate. That word, disproportionate. I'll get my English right one of these days. Cross-section of a lot of our assets. We see a lot of money pouring in from Russia. No kidding. Well, we don't rely on American banks. We have all the funding we need out of Russia, and that's from Don Jr. Don Jr. Well, we don't rely on American banks. We have all the funding we need out of Russia. Why did he tell on himself? Oh my gosh. This is crazy stuff. Here we go. Here's something. This is. I thought they did it anyway for free, but I don't know. Lisa, we need more of this. Thank you, Kaepernick. Colin Kaepernick is launching an initiative through his Know Your Rights camp that will offer free, secondary autopsies to family members of anyone whose death is police related. And we got that shit to worry about. All right, so let's get back to this article, NBC News. Disinformation experts say they have already seen a concerted effort to push a false narrative around the reasons for invading Ukraine, and more is on the way. It's Thursday, right? Last day. Hey, you know what? I wanted to tell you, make an announcement. I might be taking a hiatus because a lot of other things I need to do are falling behind. So it's just so much work. So Russia's effort to spread disinformation and propaganda across the internet and through foreign and domestic media about its invasion of Ukraine started weeks ago, and it's expected to ramp up now that the conflict has begun. And when was this? This is, all right. Disinformation experts say that they have seen a concerted effort from Russian leaders and state-backed media to push a false narrative around the reasons for invading Ukraine, and that they expect to continue as both international pressure and even some domestic Russian resistance to war grows. We're going to see a huge onslaught, said Jane Letyenko, a senior research fellow at Harvard University's Shorenstein Center on Media, Politics, and Public Policy, and we need to be prepared for that. Nityenko, whatever happened to like Smith as a last name? Oh my God. Hey, I'm not making fun. No, I'm not making fun. I'm making fun of myself for not being able to pronounce this shit. I don't have somebody telling me how to pronounce something like the real news people do. You think those real news people know how to do that stuff? Know how to say those names? No. They have interpreters and everybody else say, you say it like this. How do you say it? Let me record how you say it. Say your name. Okay, she said people should be prepared for a wide variety of disinformation and propaganda, including the use of authentic images and video to push false narratives. We know that propaganda is part of every war, and we know that after every attack, we see a flood of propaganda, she said. This propaganda can take many forms. It can try to take videos out of context and claim for them to be something else. It can show Russian attacks as more powerful than they actually were. Okay, so now we're getting into that. And I hate to say this, but a lot of media is involved in that overkill. It's a hell of a bad word, but that's what it is. They just go ahead and say things over and over and over again. They'll re-show the same bombs hitting the same area over and over again and say, oh, there's a big war going on. Well, you have to be able to be intelligent enough to disseminate all that stuff. So anyway, I'm not going to read any more of this. It's a pretty interesting article. And it's from February 24th, 2022, 11:36 a.m. by Jason Abruzzi. There you go, Abruzzi. And it's NBCnews.com. So, New York City, PIX11.com. Adam hints at ending NYC indoor vax mandate. So, there you go. Okay, now see this. This is the Okay, so why not just jump into the fray now? This. Okay, the Hill. This was yesterday. 12:04 p.m. Kremlin. Americans will feel consequences of sanctions. She's already threatening that the sanctions. Oh, you so sanctions, we're going to do bad stuff. So why sit on the sidelines in Ukraine if he's already going to do bad stuff because of sanctions? The Kremlin this week warned that Americans will feel the consequences of sanctions against Russia, with the country suggesting that they will cause strain on global financial energy markets. There's no doubt that the sanctions introduced against us will hit global financial and energy markets. The United States will not be left out, with its ordinary citizens feeling the consequences of the price increases in full, Russia's ambassador to the United States, Anatoly Antonov, wrote in a Facebook post. Okay, way to go there, Facebook, on Tuesday night. I wondered where they got his money. I can't recall a single day when our country lived without any restrictions from the Western world, he added. We learned to work in such conditions and not only survive, but also develop our state. Yeah, you can't recall a single day when our country lived without any restrictions. Well, you know what? Your fat ass and your big ass towers and all your rich fucking fancy meals and everything else. How about the regular people in Russia? How about them? How about them poor people in Russia? What do you think? Fucking idiot. Jesus Christ, stupid. Can't believe it. The comments come as President Biden announced sanctions against Russia after it entered Ukraine and declared two of its separatist regions to be independent states. Well, we know where that is now. Okay, not come on. Okay, here we go. Chernobyl is Russia. What are they talking about? Rawstory.com 2 hours ago. Russian forces reportedly destroyed nuclear waste facility in Chernobyl at roughly 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this Wednesday. Russian military forces began their invasion of Ukraine. Explosions were heard in major cities such as Kiev, Kharkiv, and Odessa. An advisor to Ukraine President Vladimir Zelensky said that at least 40 people have been killed so far, with dozens of others wounded. According to NBC News, Richard Engel, fighting reached as far as Chernobyl, where a nuclear waste facility was attacked and destroyed. Is Chernobyl in Ukraine? Man, wait. Advisors to Ukrainian Interior Ministry said Russian forces entered Chernobyl and that fighting there destroyed a nuclear waste storage facility, Engel tweeted on Thursday. Wait, what? What? Wait, what? Wait. We do a search. Where is Chernobyl? Where is... Not Amy, I don't fucking shit. Where is Chernobyl? Chernobyl. Where is Chernobyl located? Here we go. All right. Oh my God. It is in Ukraine. Chernobyl, Kiev Oblast, Ukraine. Get out of here. See? You learn something every day. I thought Chernobyl was in Russia. It's in Ukraine, but it was Russian. Do you understand that? Yeah, it was Russian controlled, remember? it was the Russians that tried to bury it and stuff like that. Oh my, fighting breaks out close to Chernobyl nuclear waste facility, says Ukrainian president. Okay, that was from The Independent. RawStory.com 2 hours ago. You want to read that article? Why would they do that? I don't understand why they would destroy it. Maybe if you want to read the rest of the article, that's where it is. Okay, The Hill. This is 2 days ago. Supreme Court deals final blow to Trump bid to stymie January 6th panel. The Supreme Court on Tuesday turned away a final appeal by former President Trump in his dispute with congressional investigators pursuing an administration's records as part of the probe into the January 6, 2021 attack on the Capitol. Here, did you see that on the news? That if you want to read that article, you can. It's thehill.com 2 days ago, February 22nd at 4:59 p.m. That the attorney for Trump is fighting turning over the emails of the days between the 4th and the 6th, citing, attorney-client privilege. So who knows where that's going to go? I mean, this shit's just dragging out forever. Just pretty much like this radio show, right? Oh, you people on the radio, I love you. Oh, God, I love you. Thanks for putting up with me, man. What's this? The Daily Beast, 16 hours ago. I'll read this real quick. This is dumb. California COVID frauds who abandoned their 3 kids caught in Montenegro. A California couple convicted of running an $18 million COVID relief scan who cut their ankle bracelets while awaiting sentencing and went on the lam, abandoning 3 children, reportedly have been captured. Jesus Christ. Richard Ivazan and his wife Marietta Terabellian and his sister-in-law Tamara Dadian were nabbed in Montenegro. NBC News reported the fraudsters who went on the run in the summer and were sentenced to in absentia allegedly used pandemic-related taxpayer funds to buy houses, gold coins, and diamonds. When they fled, Avazan and Terabellian left a note for the 3 teens, that read, "We will be together again one day." Way to go. Okay, that's and okay, so it says read it. Here's another thing. It says read it at NBC News. So go to NBC News if you want to see this. California COVID frauds who abandoned their 3 kids caught in Montenegro. 60 seconds, folks. Aren't you happy? I am. No, I'm not. If I didn't have so much shit to do, I'd like to do an hour. But people lose interest after a couple, 30 minutes. Drone captures dinosaur-sized hammerhead shark swimming up to paddle borders in Florida. Hammerhead shark. I don't think they eat people. I don't know. NATO ramps up military response and readies warplanes after Russian invasion. So they're getting ready. So anyway, had a great day. Hope you did too. It's time to go. I got to say goodbye to these people. Maybe I'll end up on time. I have no freaking clue. But have a good day. Be careful. Be safe. And I'm going to say goodbye to them people, and I'm going to say goodbye to you, okay? So let's just do this shit. Where's my damn mouse at? Intro. Be careful, folks. You have a good day. Don't get that Rona. No matter what you do, don't get that Rona, man. Okay, have a good day. Be careful.